Okay, welcome to our last one. Time flies, I've enjoyed doing these workouts for the past couple months. So today we'll kind of just give you a reminder of some of the important stuff that we've talked about in terms of injury reduction and just overall training efficiency. And then I'll add some hard challenges. Okay, so let's go here. We'll do our world's greatest. Okay, so lift up, pull up the rest of the way, and we'll step into it, driving all the way down. Hands on the ground, and we're going to push that front leg straight. We'll go back down, and we're going to twist open. Okay, so we're fighting the temptation just to reach. We're going to twist. Okay, we'll get the other side. Lift. And push. Back down. Twist. Let's do that 2 more times on each side. Okay, let's go. Last one. Pull it up, pull it up. Get as low as you can. Okay, so we're gonna do a little spine hygiene. Okay, so this will be like a trunk mobility type thing. So we're gonna go hands and knees. Let me switch my angle here. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna start off with something you've probably done before. So this is that old cat camel. Okay, so we're gonna tuck the chin, round the back, and tuck in that pelvis as well. Okay, so it's rounding through all the parts of the spine. Okay, and then we're going to arch all the parts of the spine. Okay, so let's do that 8 times. Trying to bring the pelvis to the chin or the chin to the pelvis. Rounding, rounding, rounding. Arching, arching, arching. Okay, we'll do that 8 times. Okay, so I'll make a little comparison. If I take that hygiene comparison, so if I were to brush my teeth, instead of kind of just doing a once over like we just did, we would want to do, all parts of the teeth. Okay, so the bottom left, the bottom right, boom, boom. So what we're going to do is making sure that all the parts of our spine can move. Okay, so let's say I'm going to start here. Okay, I'm going to move first the bottom, and then the middle, and then the top and my chin. Okay, and then coming out of that, bottom, middle, top, chin. And then I can go back the other way. I can go chin, upper back, middle, pelvis. Okay, so if you have any type of like spine, lower back problem, sometimes even shoulder problem, you're going to have trouble segmenting those parts of the spine. Okay, so just move kind of just one segment at a time. Okay. Okay, so you've done those segments, and then you can always just break those parts off. Okay, so if you're here, you can do just the pelvis. Okay, you can do just the back, the middle, and upper. Okay, or you can do just the chin. Okay, so 3 different ways to do that. Spine hygiene. Okay, sweet. Good, good, good. Let's stand up. Here's a little reminder for our hips. Okay, so we did that kind of segmented part for our spine. We're going to do the segmented part for our hips. So all the different movements of the hips. Okay, this is our hip cars, controlled, articulated rotations. Okay, so we lift. Yeah, and then we bring it out. Notice I'm not dumping my hip out. Okay, so I'm here. Dump it forward. Kick it back. Bring it forward. Here. And here. Okay. Here. Bring it out. Dump it forward. Excuse me. Kick it back. Good. Okay, here's a challenge. We're going to hold each position 15 seconds. Okay? Trying to stay motionless. Try not to do this. Try not to do this. Okay? Staying stacked. So each position, 15 seconds. Okay? Try to do it perfectly without wavering. Switch. I can squeeze this butt of the leg that's on the ground. Yeah, it's going to keep me stacked. Kick it back. Try to make sure we're high as possible. Kicking it back. Should be burning by now. Keep that leg high. Home stretch for this leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, all right, switch legs. So if we did that correctly, I should feel a burn on the leg that was in the air and a burn of the leg that was on the ground. Okay, so let's do it again. Squeeze this butt. Okay, lift and hold. And pull back. And dump it forward. Keep it high. There's going to be a tendency to let it drop down, but keep it high. And push it back. Keep it high, keep it high. Okay, always working to keep it high. I should feel a nice burn. Okay, so it should be at the furthest back position now. Keeping that leg high. Okay. Bring it forward, but we're still kind of turned over, stumped forward. Holding, 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 holding. Hip should be burning, butt should be burning. And turn it, home stretch. Okay. Keep those hips underneath the shoulders, AKA butt squeezed. Hold that leg nice and high. Okay, good stuff. Okay, all right, quick drink. Quick, like 20 seconds. Okay, so let's go to the calf complex. Okay, so let's grab a weight. Okay. Okay, so we'll do the weight second. The first one we're going to do is that reminder of the foot focused exercise. So this is the one where we're really going to push right up onto those big toes, okay? And we're gonna try and hold this for a minute, okay? So I basically just have like my fingertips on this counter here, okay? And I'm trying to get right on the tips of my toes, okay? Rather than on the balls of my feet, right on the tips of my toes, which is really gonna burn my feet muscles, okay? So time will start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Tips of the toes. Try to, if you can, keep your toes straight. They might want to kind of lean towards the insides, but if at all, if you can keep your toes straight, your big toe, I should say, then all the better. Okay, the higher you get, the more you're going to feel your feet muscles working. We're over halfway. Time. Okay, so we should feel that right through here. Okay, so when you have tight calves, let's say in the morning and stuff like that, it's not just going to be because, you know, your calves are tight. It might be because the muscles of your feet and your ankle aren't taking enough of the load. So that means your calves are doing a little bit too much. Okay, so after doing, you know, those foot type of exercises, you should feel a little bit of relief in the morning. Okay, so that's one, the foot focus. Now we're going to do the tendon focused. Okay, so this is the one where we're going to hold for 40 seconds. Actually, let's try 45. We haven't done 45. Okay, so we'll do 45 seconds. Okay, just hold it in one arm. This one doesn't have to be right on the toes. It can be on the balls of the feet. Okay, but we want to stay motionless for 45 seconds, and time is going. Fifteen seconds left. And time. Switch sides. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Almost there. Time. Okay, let's try 1 minute. Okay, so we're going back to that first side. Okay, so do 1 minute on each side, and then we'll change the exercise slightly. Okay, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So try to get up high on the ball of your foot and just try to stay at that height. Okay, you're gonna get tired and you're gonna want to drop down, but just keep at that same height. We are halfway. Let's go, team. Less than 15. Push, push, push. Stay high. And time. Woo. Okay. Other side in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1 minute. We got 20 seconds left. Stay there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Time. Good stuff. Okay, so we did the feet. Okay, and then we worked on the tendon, how much load it can take. Okay, now we'll work on the endurance of the muscle. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do somewhere between 15 and 25 single leg calf raises. Okay, so usually around 25 is a pretty good number, but just find a number that you're going to fatigue at. Okay, where it really starts to burn and you just can't do anymore. Okay, so just single leg calf raises, up and down. Okay, so just go for broke between 15 and 25 each. Go for it. Try holding for a second at the top as well. So you may notice a side-to-side difference. My right side got 5 extra reps. Okay, I don't know if anyone else have a difference? No? About the same? Okay, so that was endurance of the muscle. When we did the tendon one, that was basically how much load, okay, your tendon can take. We also want to work on how fast it can take the load. Okay, and we've already done some of that kind of stuff. And this is when we did our hops, boom, boom, the forward hops, the backwards hops, the 2-leg hops, all of that stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do 20 of everything. Okay, we're going to do 20 in place, 20 going forwards, 20 going backwards. Okay, it's almost like my foot is punching the ground and reloading. Okay, so it's not just a dead hop, it's okay, having my foot reloaded. Okay, so 20 in place, 20 forwards, 20 backwards. Let's go for it. Good stuff. Okay, and then we'll go 10 going forwards on the left, 10 going backwards on the left, 10 going forwards on the right, 10 going backwards on the left, on the right, sorry. Okay, so same thing, punch, 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 reload, punch, reload. Okay, so we should be feeling pretty toasty below the knees. So we just took you through kind of 4 different concepts to try and keep you healthy. It's addressing kind of all the structures that are going on. They all work together to help keep you safe from injury, and they help for performance as well. So kind of including all 4 of those concepts in your training is always helpful. Okay, we'll move on from that and we'll do some upper body. Okay, so we already did some mobility of our spine. Okay, so that's going to help keep our shoulder healthy because the spine is connected to the muscles around the shoulder blade, which is connected to the muscles in the actual shoulder joint itself. Okay, so we did that kind of spine mobility action. Now let's give you a reminder of all those strength for all the muscles around your shoulder blades. Okay, so we're going to be on our belly. Okay, so the first one, we're going to take our shoulder blades, put them in our back pocket. Okay, that's our set position. Okay, so we do not want shoulder blades hiking up towards our ears. Okay, so we set by putting them in our back pocket. Boom. Okay, and then we make our body like a T. Okay, so that means my thumbs are going to be up and my arms are going to be way out to the side. Okay, squeeze like I'm squeezing a pencil between my shoulder blades. Okay, so with thumbs up, give me 20 of those. Okay, so squeeze the pencil between the shoulder blades hard as you can. 20. Okay, now we're gonna go thumbs down. Okay, same thing. Squeeze the shoulder blade, squeeze the shoulder blades, 20. And I'm kind of pausing for a second at the top. Just emphasize that squeeze. That's it. Okay, so we did the T position. Let's do the Y position. Okay, this is probably the hardest one because we're going to want to do this. Hike the shoulders up. Okay, but just fight that temptation. Okay, so shoulder blades in the back pocket. Our arms come out to this 45-degree angle. Okay, head down. And as we lift, the shoulder blades come together. Okay, so arms go straight up, but the shoulder blades come together. Okay, on this 45-degree angle. "20, by the way. Okay, so we went thumbs up, thumbs down now. Okay, on the Y position. Okay, 20. Big squeeze at the top. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good job. So we should be on a 45-degree angle. Okay, so we've done T, we've done Y, now we'll do A. So that's just 45-degree angle behind you, okay? So this one will just go palms facing down, okay? And lift straight up. Big squeeze, hold for a second at the top. Okay, and then let's go palms facing up. Okay, 20. So we should be feeling pretty toasty in between those shoulder blades if we're squeezing correctly. Okay, it's really easy to cheat in these ones where you won't feel anything. So really get that squeeze. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so we did T, Y, and A. Okay, so that's kind of like some of your major around the shoulder blade type of things. Okay, and now we'll work the actual shoulder joint. Okay, so that's going to be stuff like this. Okay, a lot easier if you have a weight. Otherwise, we do stuff that we've done before, like the arm swirls. Okay, so I'm keeping my elbows high, one hand down, one hand up. Okay, and I swirl it around. Okay. 20 total. Okay. So then, if you have, let's say you have a band, you can always put a band around the wrists. Okay. Probably make it continuous, some kind of continuous band. and we rotate out. Yeah, good. So kind of pin the elbows, rotate out. So we're not doing this yet. Okay, so pin it, shoulder blades in the back pocket. Okay, and you can do holds, you can do reps. Okay, and we should feel it. Okay, on the back part of your rotator cuff. Okay, so pin those elbows. Might need to make it a little bit tougher, Paula. Yeah, double it up. Even if you're only pulling out to here, that's fine. The muscle's still working. Okay, so we don't have to stay in this plane. We can also kind of go up in this plane. Okay, so it doesn't have to be down here. Okay, you can make the resistance this way. I'm still rotating, but now I'm on this 45-degree angle. Okay, I'm still pinned here. Okay. So I should still feel it down the back, but maybe just slightly higher. Okay, and then here, so if you're using a weight, okay, that's all good. If you're using a band, you'd probably anchor it down here, okay, and you're rotating. If you want to add a support underneath the elbow, that's all good. You know, a chair, a couch, okay? But I'm doing this wrist locked, okay? I'm not doing this. There's a tendency to do that to create this fake range of motion, okay? But you only go as far as you can without pain and while keeping your wrist straight. So this is working a slightly different muscle, okay? Another way to do that one, okay? Support the elbow here. I call this one the GQ shoulder rotations, okay, like GQ magazine. Okay, so same thing, my wrist is straight, okay? You can go into here and have a lot more work to do to get up. You can, absolutely. But you just got to be careful, especially as you're going down. Okay, just be really careful with the shoulder. Okay, so that's all what we call external rotation of the shoulder. Okay, so there's less muscles that do that than rotate the shoulder inwards. There's less and they're smaller. All the muscles that rotate inwards, they're big, powerful muscles. Okay, so most likely you're going to be weak on this external kind of rotation. Okay, so all this stuff that we've done, spine, shoulder blades, shoulder, obviously it's more for your swimming and also posture for the bike. Okay, so you might be sitting in such a posture that those muscles kind of lengthen if you're in those extended positions or extended time in those positions. We want to work to pull them back, keep them strong. Okay, so all that will help. Okay, quick drink, 20 seconds. Okay, we'll do some legs and then we'll go back to the shoulders. Okay. Let's go clear some space. Okay, so we'll just go through a couple lunge varieties. Okay, so let's do 5 of everything to start. Okay, so you have your normal split squat. Okay, this is really helpful if I have a lot of weight. Okay, I don't want to worry about kind of moving around and walking with it. So if I have a lot of weight, this is helpful. Also really helpful if I have some flexibility issues with this back leg, I can really get my hip in a good position and sink. Okay, I got a really good stretch coming down this back leg. Okay, so the split squat, that's really helpful there. Okay, then you have your walking lunge. Okay, so you can add a weight, you can add your weight. Might as well get some work out of it. Okay, 5 on each leg. Okay, then you have your step back lunges. So these are really good on a day where if your knees are feeling sore, it's going to be a lot easier to put the stress more in the muscles around the hip rather than in the knee. Okay, so I step back. Okay, if I want to start integrating, okay, let's say I'm tight on time, or just the fact that, our bodies are kind of complex systems. If you want to start integrating things, you can do a floating lunge, which is going to target some foot muscles. So I would suggest something that doesn't tip, like the end of a stair is probably better than this end of a dumbbell, or if you have some weight plates, okay, but you can kind of raise that heel up a little bit. Okay, so my heel is floating off the end of this dumbbell here, and I'm lunging. I don't know if you all can see that. Okay, so floating lunges. And just do 5. Okay, so again, heel is kind of up a little bit. Okay, so again, if you have something that's a little bit more safe than a dumbbell, you can stand on it and do elevated step back lunges. So now I'm stepping back, but notice how my hip is dropping below my knee. Okay, so I'm going to work the muscles back here a little bit more. Okay, boom, bigger range of motion. Okay, so like a stack of textbooks, the end of the stair, some weight plates, probably safer than this dumbbell. And try 5 of those. Okay, so make sure the hip drops below the knee. Okay, now integrating balance. Okay, so I'm up and lunge. So I'm up, lunge. Okay, so balancing on the ball of my foot, lunge. Balance for a second, lunge. We'll get 5 on each leg. Really hold that balance for a second. Okay. All right, so let's make the muscles work a little bit more. Okay, so drop the weight for a second. Okay, so put those weights down. Now, we're gonna lunge, but we're not gonna stand up. Okay, we're actually gonna stay down here. Okay, so we're gonna keep the pressure on. So staying nice and low. It's gonna make the muscles work a little bit longer. Yeah. Keep that torso vertical if you can. Good. Okay, last one, I believe. Okay, so instead of a normal split squat, we're gonna tighten it up a little bit. Okay, so now my back knee kind of falls even with my front heel. Okay, this is a quad burner. Okay, so let that front leg do most of the work. Okay, so I'm not in my normal stance. I'm gonna tighten it way up. That's a quad burner. Yeah, good stuff, team. Okay, so that's plenty for the lunges to mix it up. Okay, we always want to have, some variety in there. We're not always working the same every single time. We're working through different elevation. We're working at different speeds. So we just want to make sure that we're, working the muscle in different ways. Okay, we'll do one last leg challenge before we do some more shoulder stuff. So we're going to do those low level lunges, the ones where we're not standing up and down, but we're going to do that for a minute straight. Okay, so we'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So staying vertical, that's going to make it a little bit harder. Almost there, less than 10 seconds. Time. So that should be a nice little burner as well. Okay, 20 seconds. Grab that water, and then we'll do a little bit more shoulder. Okay, so we've done some, moving our shoulder through a range of motion. Now let's add that stability piece. That's where we get into the bear crawls. Okay, so I'm here. I can do anything I want from here. I can tap. I can go side to side. I can go forwards, backwards. Okay, but notice I didn't do anything like that. I kind of stayed centered in my shoulder. Nice and stable. Okay, so let's do 1 minute straight. Okay, so you can go forwards, backwards, side to side. You can spin. Okay, but just keep your back flat. Stay centered in your shoulder. 3, 2, 1, go. Think of this as like balance and stability work for your shoulder, just like you would do single leg work if you had a leg injury. If you had a shoulder injury, you got to challenge that stability at some point. So you can't just elastic band yourself to full-time shoulder health. Almost there, 10 seconds. And time. Good stuff. You can stay there, guys. Let's need a couple more minutes. Okay. All right. A little bit of time. Go 1 for glutes and hamstrings, or 2 for core. What do you want to do? What do you want to finish with? Hold up a 1 for glutes. Hold up a 2 for core. 2. Okay. All right. Let's do core. Okay. So we have our front. Okay. So we want the ability to control our pelvis. Okay. So pushing my belly button through the floor, dish hold. Okay. So let's do 10-second hold and then flutter. Okay. And then side. Okay. It's going to be 10 seconds of each, all holding that low back onto the floor. And flutter. Okay. We can target the side here. Okay. Not just the actual kind of torso part, but getting down into that side glute. Okay, so we could go here, hold here for 10 seconds, hold here for 10 seconds, and hold here for 10 seconds. Okay, so let's start with this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive that leg up. Okay, making the bottom leg work a little bit harder. Working these muscles work a little bit harder. 3, 2, 1. Lift that leg up. Still working hard. Try not to dip too much here. And time. Okay, let's get this last side. Okay, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and hold it up. 9, 7, 6. Hold it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay. Excellent work. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Excellent. Don't be afraid to contact me. You can contact Jeff for my contact information. If you have questions, no problem.